What I wish I knew at 12 instead of algebra? How the Civil War started and why. Let's dive in. Instead of one united country, the North and South were like oil and water. Talk about sibling rivalry. First up, the economy. The North was all about industry and innovation, while the South was stuck on agriculture and slavery. Imagine trying to mix oil and water. Next, politics. The South wanted more states' rights, while the North pushed for a stronger federal government. It was like a tug of war with no end in sight. Then there was the moral issue of slavery. The North saw it as a moral abomination, while the South viewed it as essential to their way of life. Imagine arguing over whether pineapple belongs on pizza, but way more serious. On the tech front, the North was racing ahead with railroads and telegraphs, while the South was still relying on horse-drawn carriages. Talk about mixed signals. And then, the election of Abraham Lincoln in 1860 was the final straw. The South saw it as a threat to their way of life and decided to secede. Can you imagine the Twitter wars if they had social media back then? #NotMyPresident would be trending 24/7. So while it's fun to imagine the drama, the Civil War was a serious and tragic conflict. It was a fight for the soul of the nation, and the stakes were incredibly high. But on a serious note, the war led to the end of slavery and set the stage for civil rights progress. The moral implications were profound. So while it's interesting to learn about, let's be glad history took the path it did. One united nation with all its quirks and flaws. Remember, folks, history is best left unchanged. Until next time, stay curious.